DIY 5x10 teardrop camper. Let's install the roof fan today. We'll start off with going to the inside, and I'm gonna fix you where you be looking up. Looking up. See your power source wire right there? What I'm recommending you cut this out with cut it out with the same thing either. When you start your pilot hole, I start your pilot hole right here just above the wire. Alright. I'll stay right there and then go above on the roof and set your router in there. Make sure the router blade's not going to touch the wire. And drop that in there just like that. And you can see right there, router wire, power wire for the fan, and then there's the router bit. Alright, I'm going to go up on the roof now. Back out of here. Hard on my knees. Usually have my big rubber mat in here. Follow me. Come on with yourself. Let's see. Filming with one hand and working with the other. Nice video, right? Alright. No, it doesn't. Disney again, I know it. I'm sorry. I would edit that out if I knew how to edit. Okay, let's get this up here. We're going to router this out real fast. You can see I got a nice gloss up here on the roof. Let's go with this. Bring my speed up, and you want to cover your mouth when you're cutting through this, because that pretty much is epoxy resin right there. It's hardened. So let me grab me a face mask right quick. Okay, I found it. I'm going to wear this while I'm cutting this. It's my favorite one because it doesn't let anything get through. I won't be able to try to talk to you when I'm wearing the mask because it sounds a little muffled just like this. And I'll take it off and you can hear me again. So here we go. get my little duster. Clean this up a little bit. I forgot to tell you, if you got stuff inside the camper already that's not supposed to have dust on it, you really should move it out, because somebody will remind you that you should have moved that out. And with all the fans in here, I'm not dusting off on the floor. Okay. This doodad comes that high in case you have a roof that's that thick. My roof is not that thick, so I already cut it off. So this goes from under the bottom. And then for the top, make sure you get all your dust loose. They tell you to go ahead and take this out of the inside and take that one off, but I'll leave that on there until I get done. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole down on this. Remember, your screws don't have this big of a shank on them, so you don't want to drill them. This hole here is okay as long as the head stops, doesn't go through. So, but when if you're going to pre-drill the holes up here, I recommend using a smaller bit, making sure it's really tight. Let's lay this up here on first. Remember, the hinge part right here always goes to the front of the camper in case somebody forgets to leave it up while you're going down the road. That way you don't have an issue with the wind catching and ripping it off. There's the box. It's a 10-speed fan. Let me get this box out of the way. And you want to get your butyl tape. Make sure it's kind of room temperature, especially if you've had it in the house. That butyl tape there has been out here in the garage, so you don't have to worry about the room temperature. It's already room temperature. Okay. Set this down here. I'm going to make sure I don't that should be fine. I would think we can just follow the inside holes. This outer edge here is probably, because you can see it's wider here than it is here, so I'm just going to go around, stay within this perimeter. I'm not sure how many screws we have. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 20 in there. You can take out 4 for the beauty ring, go on the inside. So basically you got 16 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I may not need that many. I'm going to probably put some extra screws in here. Yeah, I'm probably going to need some extra screws. That should do it right there. Remember this right here, if you got this nice and flat, there's no big blobby bumps, you should be able to lay this on here. It should go flat up against that. And you got 1/4 inch to play with, so let me check something on the inside. Yep, you can set it right up against here if you wanted to. Just figure your middle right there. Maybe back up just a little bit. Put this up. I'm not going to pre-drill those pilot holes. I don't want to have to worry about, I can't find the pilot holes. I don't think I pre-drilled them last time. They turned out just fine. I just drilled them right through the butyl. You know what? None of them have leaked yet. I'm still here for everybody that's taking a camper from me. So let's make sure that you can see that. Let's get you some butyl going on here. Do it. Just going to have a little extra, it's not a big deal. There are different ways of doing this. My way is not necessarily the correct or the best way, but it's how I'm doing it today. So I'm going to put this down here and make sure that it covers the screw holes real well. In the past, I have doubled it up, but I really don't think that's necessary. And maybe we'll double it up this time. We'll see. I probably will double it up. Don't worry about if any of this squeezes out when you screw it down. That's not a bad thing. And if you don't want that look of the butyl squeezing out, you can just take something like a plastic scraper or a popsicle stick and it scrapes right off. You may have to pick at it a little bit to get it off, because you know it's made to stick, made to stick. I think I will double that up. Not like this stuff's expensive. Leave that backing paper on there while you're getting it together, because that'll give you something to push on without getting your finger stuck to it. Yeah, you might could get it. I think it would work fine if you don't double it up, but I thought about not doubling it up this time just to see what happens, but what happens is either it leaks or it doesn't leak. So I'm not much of a gambler, so I'm not going to do that. Or I should say, I've tried to gamble in the past and I'm not very good at it. I can't even get a winning lottery ticket. Well, because I don't buy them. I'll probably get 3 or 4 lottery tickets a year. I figure, what else can you buy a dream for $1? As long as it's not impacting your family budget, causing marital issues. Okay, when you set this down, make sure you got the hinges to the front of the camper. If you don't, you may not be able to move it again. See what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple of screws in there, match them up with those 2 pre-drilled holes. hold your fingers under that butyl so you don't push your butyl off with your screw. Your screw. Your fastener. Already sticking. That may be the way I do it in the future. Put a couple screws in there, and you know you got it as square as possible. You're going to run these in with a cordless drill. Make sure your clutch is set. See, I can hold it with 2 fingers there. You're just not going to hold it with the higher setting. So set your clutch so you don't make a big mess. Go ahead and put you a screw in each one of the pre-drilled holes so you know where you are. Don't forget your wire's right about here. I know my wire is further down than that 1-inch screw. Yeah. So the grown-up finger joint is, there it is. Grown-up finger joints, properly matured fingers, or each section is 1 inch. Watch right here, that edge of that plastic when I'm screwing this down. All you want to do is just barely snug it right now. You don't want to watch that plastic. Like this one right here, it went down too far. It starts to move a little bit and back off. Save the rest of those screws for no, I need that on the inside. Save the rest of these screws for later. I'll finish that up on my own, and then let's go on the inside and see if we can get our wires together and our view screen going. You can see the I'm including you too. I tell my wife I wasn't alone when I did it. It's not my fault. You left me unsupervised. Key spot to be. See what I was talking about by you don't want to have anything in here like a blanket or something or a t-shirt. I'll tell you from experience. By the way, in case you don't know it, my roof panels on the top seat, so I get that really nice wood. Yeah. Just got my seat. I realize I gotta get the drill. And the inside of these 5x10s looks so big compared to 4x8. But when you get into it, you go, it's still cozy. So here's our wire, and then here's our other wire. Don't forget to drop your power wires down before you screw it down. I got lucky on this one, don't have a problem. Yeah, that was almost not good. I'm gonna turn the air conditioner on because it's a little bit hot. This had on 67 at last shot. We don't need all this, but I don't recommend you cut it off real short, like right here and right there. That would be awesome. But I'm gonna guarantee you, the minute you do that, do this. Leave that. See that right there? It says black is positive. We need to change all our stuff here in America. And they do make good stuff overseas. They need to. This really should have been. I don't know. I guess it should have been. I'm saying it should have been the other way. Red is positive and black is negative because that's what I grew up with here in America, but that's not fair because I guess this did not come from America. I'm going to start looking to see if I can find American-made fans. Remember, these things come locked. You think, oh, it's stuck. We'll pull it down to open it. And then these things right here, they just twist a little over to the side. Then you remove this, the bow screen. Save that. And put your bow screen back up. I've never fumbled with one of these before. Look at that. Just when you think you got it, that's just too funny. Put that all back together like it's supposed to be. Then I have to take it apart to do something later, maybe. Or maybe not. Let's see. Okay, let's get back our black wire. Remember, the Chinese black wire is the positive one. Oh, damn it. Really? Forgot it was hot. Blow anything up. It's so confusing, the black and the white. See, the black and the white wire go